Hey guys, welcome back to part 5 of the Spotify in React.js video series. I just wanted to continue on with the styling of the playlists today. And I just went onto Spotify itself and they've actually changed the layout. As you can see, it's like full width now. I don't know if it's just, I thought it was something to do with like screen width, but it's not. But it doesn't matter. So luckily we didn't do too much last time. So we could just amend it. Cool. So anyway, let's just jump straight back into the code. I'm going to go into my playlist.js and I just want to change some of the layout. So if you remember in the last episode, with the last part, it took ages to get this like background bit sorted, but it doesn't even seem to be there anymore. Forever changing web. So I think that's all we need to do is take the fixed width of this. So maybe width 100%. And flex direction column. Cool. So let's just open them up side by side for now. And I just want to open my app.scss file. Also, I've been thinking of moving these CSS files out into module CSS files. So we'd have a CSS file within each like sort of component directory. I'm still yet to decide on that, but if you guys think it would be good, please leave a comment and let me know. So yeah, let's find this div. Let's take off the width to begin with, and let's do flex direction column on the main in there. Now that will make it 100% width by default. And we'd obviously want to align the image and stuff to the left because I think it's at the center at the moment. Now actually, in the playlist page info div, let's put display flex on that. And then let's go back to the markup. Sorry, I got a bit of a blocked throat today. Class name equals playlist page content. I'm doing this so we've got two like inner wraps. So we've got the image and then we've got the content. So that'll allow me to put a display flex on the page info, and it'll only affect. Well, I can basically put these into two separate columns. So display flex, and then this image. I think there was a width on it. So on playlist page image, let us remove margin auto, and yeah, let's just leave it like that for now. So now inside the new content div that we've just wrapped it in, I'm gonna do text align left. text align left, and then also got this like sort of equal padding margin going around the image. Let's just double check we've done this. Okay. So on this playlist page info, I want to do excuse me, 0 padding on the side, so it just brings it in line. So this is equal, and then I want to take the same amount of padding which is there, which is probably like 1.7 rem or 2 rem, and apply it to this. Or maybe it's 2 rem. Probably a bit less, but it doesn't matter. And I think the markup has actually changed now. So if we just open them side by side, we've got playlist at the top, we've got the title, then we have the Spotify text. I don't even think we have a play button there. But we also have a box shadow on the image, and we've also got this like sort of gradient background, which I'm just going to leave off for now because last time that took absolutely ages to do. Okay. So let's just going to do a class called small text because I think we're going to be reusing this. Oops. Just going to go back to the top, keep everything a bit more organized. No, maybe 0.6 rem. Still a bit small. I'm also going to do a global class called capitalized, not uppercase. And then go back to the playlist and just add uppercase to that. Oh, text decoration, text transform. Okay, it is a little bit smaller actually. But I think there's a little bit of space in. Let's just do let the space in. Usually when you do smaller fonts, you need to add a bit of extra space in, just because you can it makes the word a bit more readable. I'd still say it's a little bit smaller, to be honest. Okay, whatever. I'm trying not to fuss too much with the details because I know it's a bit boring to watch. Okay, so on playlist page content, I'm going to change it to I'm going to give like 1.5 rem padding at the top. And then let's just do this title big. huge actually. So we'll have to bring the margin to 0. As you can see, everything here like lines up to the, like it's within the height of the image, which makes it look clean. This is probably something to do with the line height on the H tag. So line height 1, and we can remove the play button. Let's just go back to the playlist and let's actually put the text as a perfect day. The font is actually bolder, and we've got a bolder class up here. It's called circular bold. That's probably even bolder, to be honest. And the line, if you notice, the separation between the characters is much shorter. So we'll do, I think it's word spacing 0.6 pixels. Okay, so we need to bring it into the minuses. Now this is word spacing. We need letter spacing, but also word spacing. So word spacing is probably around 18 pixels. I don't know what it is by default, so it's definitely in the minuses. I'd say around maybe it's minus 18. So word spacing minus 18, and then do letter spacing, which is going to bring each of the individual characters in a bit closer. Like that R and F are actually touching. It's that close. I don't know if that's good. Like I think that's personally too close, but Spotify in it. They're the pros. Okay, let's get rid of that play button so we can align things a bit better. We can actually just throw that down there for now. And let's change the order of these icons. Oh yeah, also I sourced some icons from flaticon.com. They're not the same as Spotify's, but I don't think they're anyway, because I did this last time. So the UI might look a little bit different, but at the end of the day, we don't need it like exactly the same. It's just as close as possible. Okay, let's just Command Shift C, click the photo. I just want to take the same box shadows they're using here, because I hate manually doing box shadows. And I'm going to put that on the image. So playlist page image. And I'm going to bring that description line above there. They don't even have the heart icons here anymore. So we could bring that out. And let's put it next to the play buttons for now. And we've also got that small font size again. So let's just do class name, those small text. Why is that bold? Okay, that shouldn't be on there. What you can do with SCSS or SAS is you can do an at dot, and then you can do class name, and then this, if you got the small text class on the element, and then you add the bold, it's going to just like trigger whatever's in this whatever's in these brackets, and this like sort of isolates it from the rest of the code. So like if I had just had dot bold here, it would apply. I could put bold on any item, but if it's in here, it'll only apply to this, which is quite handy. Maybe like later at the later stage, I would take it out from here and I would just put it up here if there was more things using it. So I would want to put bold on the playlist and not on there. Okay, it might be a little bit too small, but don't worry about it. Then also these margins. Okay. Okay, it's because of the Spotify. There's actually a bit more text in here than there was on the other style of page. So I just want to do another div actually. We'll call it description. Let's put that in there. Sort of like a UL. No, I'm not going to do that. I don't like doing that. Span 699 428 likes. And then 4 hours. 35 min. And I'm just going to go to Google. I'm going to search circle. I'm just going to take this. It's a bit big. Let's see. Wow, way too big. Small circle. There's probably better ways of doing this, by the way. I could just do a pseudo element, but I'll just leave it. Okay, so now I'm going to take this. I'm going to do I think, yeah. Then let's just do display flex again. Let's do align items. Center. Let's target the P. Let's remove all margin. That's going to bring them into like in line with each other. And then let's just do span. See this color here? It's like the same shade as the background, so that leads me to believe that it's just the opacity that has been dropped. Yeah. So they've basically got white and they've just dropped the opacity slightly. And this makes it seem as if because if you went onto a different page, different playlist, you're going to have a different sort of shade. The other one was slightly blue. So if we just do span, opacity 0.7, that's also the same for the line above it. And I think it's a bit smaller as well. Ours is a bit smaller. I'm just going to change that. And we can also do this in SCSS tagline. I think we could do it with extend. Let's just double check first. Extend small text. So if you look at the text now, it's just the normal size. If I did extend, I think it's dot small text, it'll bring in all the styling from the div above, and then it would allow me to override it. In this case, I don't really need to do that, but it's just handy to know. Let's do opacity 1.7. With these spans, let's do position relative, margin left 10 pixels, and then do at ampersand before, content, nothing. So this is going to do a pseudo element. And then let's just do width. That might be about 8 pixels, height 8 pixels, background, I think we could do inherit, overflow, hidden, and do border radius 50%. And that didn't work because this needs to be position absolute. And let's just do background white just in case. Okay. Then do left 0. Do left minus 10 pixels, sorry, because we've put margin left on it. If we did padding left, because the padding applies within the div. No, I'm actually wrong there. Anyway, let's just do on the before pseudo element. Let's just do margin left minus 10 pixels, and then top 10 pixels. Let's have a look how it looks. Ooh, they're much smaller. So maybe 3 or 4. So top 9 pixels, margin left minus 10, then width and height 4 pixels. And let's do some addition, just do another, I wonder if it was padding. Okay, and then playlist page desk, font size 0. Let's do 0.9 rem. Let's also do 0.9 rem to the tagline. Okay, let me just look at the fonts that I've got added. I want to see if we can get that title font a bit closer to how it actually is. So I've actually got black as well. Let me import that. Oops, back to title. And what I want to do is change this to black. And there we go. Looks much better. So for the song section, let's start tackling that, and let's go down to our div playlist page songs. Just double check. And let's target that class. Do dot playlist page songs. Let's do height 100%. Okay. Let's just take that back on that for the time being. Otherwise, I'm going to waste loads of time doing it again. Let's just do these buttons. So we need one div going across here. Let's call it playlist buttons. Let's move our play button and then the icons up into there. And firstly, let's target the button. Yeah, let's just do height of actually we've already done this button elsewhere. We did it on the home page. So let's go back to categories and let's find where did we do it? Let's have a look. Playlists. We've actually got this play icon and we've got a component set up. So if we just try pulling that in, and of course we need to import it. Save that and see what happens. Okay, so let's have a look. Play icon. Excuse me. Okay, so it is pulling in the SVG, but because we've got some like global styling, which is only relevant to the page, the main page, the playlist, we might need to just amend this slightly. Okay, we can actually use that extend class, which I was on about earlier. So if we go back to the CSS sheet, go to playlist page buttons, and then let's do dot play icon to @extend, and now let's extend the play icon class, but let's override it by doing opacity 1. See what happens. Okay, so it's over there now. Let's do margin, just do margin auto. No, that's not it. Okay, let's change position to relative. And let's take off margin auto. Okay, it's back there now. And let's just do margin left, not. Cool. And I think the size is actually a bit bigger. Let's do height 56, width 56 pixels. And let's target the SVG inside. And let's just do height, just to test if it's working. No. And let's just do width. Cool. So we want to do height 25 pixels, 26 will do, and width 26 pixels. And also, there must be something else. Okay, let's just do right not and bottom not. It would have been easier if we thought of this beforehand. We could have just done a simple class which includes the styling, and then we could have done the positioning just more specific inside, nested inside the div, so it wouldn't have affected like the global styling of it. So that doesn't matter for now. Okay, I've also got like a sort of hard icon we can use. I got it from flaticon.com. And then I just want to do the same on playlist. I just want to import heart. And within the heart icon, let's just do heart icon. And it is absolutely huge. So I just want to check the width. So 32 pixels wide. Okay, so it's dot icons, then dot icons heart. Do width. I think it was 36, wasn't it? Height 36. And let's just do SVG fill white. I think that's a bit too big. Let's just do width 32 and height 32. 28. And on playlist buttons, div, let's make another div, playlist buttons, display flex. And align items center. And then on the heart icon, let's just double check. Now let's just do within icons. Let's add a class to both these. Let's do icon. Margin left. Let's just do 0.5 rem. 1.5 rem. And yeah, that looks a bit better. Just going to leave those 3 dots for now because I don't think I got an icon for that. And okay, we can make these lists now into actual songs. And we can do that by doing song list. I'm just going to do this global for now because I'm guessing this is going to be loads of places. List out at none width 100%. Just going to move my head over here. And we need to remove the padding from UL. And let's add some padding to the UL here. Yeah, let's try 0.5 rem. Let's just do an on harvested so we can see what's happening. Let's do background, trusted red color. And let's go back to the playlist and let's add, so within the allies, let's do some markup. Let's just do H3 for the song name. No, actually, let's just do div class name equals icon. Then let's just do div class equals song details. Then let's just do another div and let's call it song time. Change the song icon. Let's do H3. Let's call it the same, so like held down. Then let's just do a span. Oops, this should be in the middle one. And let's just do span 4 minutes, not 7 seconds. Get rid of these. Let's copy them down. So now on the li, let's just do display flex again. Then let's go into dot song, what was it? Song details, H3, margin margin naught. Let's just do song for some time. Margin left auto. This is going to shoot it all the way out to the side. Let's just do line items center again. And let's have a look. So we've got that play icon. Okay, it's called music. It's called note. So I'm going to import that at the top. Also, I'll push these icons to the Git repo as well, so you can download them if you want. I'm going to do Command D, select them all, then paste it there. Now let's target that SVG by going to .song icon, SVG fill white. Okay, it's not coming through. Okay, I'm getting the wrong icon. Because I never changed these hearts. Okay. Nope. Okay, well, that should work. Nope. Let's go back to the CSS. Let's do a width of 25 pixels, height 25 pixels. Let's do this smaller, maybe 20 pixels. Let's also do padding right of 0.5 rem. And let's bring the size down even more. So let's bring it down to 15 pixels. And let's just drop the color. Let's just do RGBA. What is it now? Is it 111? No. I can't even remember the RGBA for white. 255, 255. 0.7. Let's bring the opacity down. And in song details, let's do span. Let's pass it the same color. And maybe we can, kind of wish I never did all these ones now. Just delete the bottom ones. Excuse me. So it's a bit too small. Let's do font size 1 rem, 0.9 rem. Let's add some more padding on the left, on the right hand side of the play icon. Let's just bring that up to 1. And Let's do font weight 300 to see if it brings it down. I don't know if it will. That looks a bit better. And for the H3, I'm going to do font size 1 rem. And also, if we hover it, we've got background. So on the li, let's just do background RGB 255 0.7 and hover. Do they have any? They got like a transition background 0.26 ease in out. And let's get rid of this. Okay, let's bring that down to 0.4. Doesn't look right. It's a bit better. And I think the padding is slightly different. Like if you look over here, it's not so. Maybe let's just do 0.8 rem. Okay, that looks much better now. And also, yeah, there's no margin underneath. Whoop. Okay, let's duplicate those LIs again. It's looking much better now. Do full width. And let's have a look what else we can do. I'm not going to sort out the background because I don't think it's that important right now. Maybe we should change that play icon to be something else on hover. But I think we could do that with, I don't know if we need to do that with CSS or if we should do it with, let's think. Actually, okay, select all the node icons. Let's bring in the play icon component. Let's see what happens. Awesome. So what we could do is, we could just do this with CSS actually. So on song icon, if we just grab all these play icons, let's put a class name equals play I, and on the note, let's just do class name equals note I. Save them. By default, let's just do play icon. Let's just do opacity note. Will this work? No, let's just do display none. Play I. No. And then on its hover, let's target song icon. Dot play I display block. And let's hide play M display none. Whoop. I think. Oh no. Note I. And now the icons replace with the play icon. I I think one more thing, there's just a little bit more margin here. No, there's not really. My door just opened on its own. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to end the video here now because I think we finished this page. I know it took a bit longer than expected, but I think we're in a good position now to move on to some more like component work and some better functionality. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe if you haven't already, and also give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you soon.